core is rotten, and I can behold the tide.
Hey everyone and welcome. Now we all saw the Tory conference and the left waffen nut jobs outside heckling and chasing Tory party members, specifically Jacob Rees-Mogg and Fabricant, the one that still hasn't got used to the fact that he's bald. Well, you saw how vile it got. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is heckling, it is just shouting. But ask yourself this, is it not theatre? Ask yourself why a Tory party member, Tory party MP, would be walking through a left waffen mob if it isn't theatre. This is obviously a conference site, which means it will have back doors in, etc, etc. There'll be availability to drive into the building, or at least get to an area where it wouldn't be surrounded by hecklers. So this has been designed, in my honest opinion, and it just shows how stupid these left waffen drones are to fall for it again, because you've just been proved to be the party and the ideology of hate, haven't you? Everyone, you absolute buffoon. Well, it doesn't stop there. Jeremy Vine had a programme on Channel 5 last night, and an ex-nurse, and I will say ex-nurse because she is an ex-nurse, said something that I find absolutely abhorrent and one of the worst things I've ever heard on TV. Now, this is being reported on Twitter, obviously, as a Labour NHS nurse. She's Labour, definitely, but she isn't an NHS nurse anymore. So there is actually a really bad clip on it. So I went and found the actual footage. Should we have a listen to this abhorrent piece of work? Have a listen.
Miranda, you were a nurse, correct?
I was.
But I hear it sort of broke you.
I could not handle the emotional stress of not being able to deliver for my patients. When you sign up to be a nurse, you sign up to put the patient at the forefront of everything you do. You are squeezed to a point where you cannot treat people the way you want to treat them. And it eats you up. If you are there to do a job as a compassionate person, there are no resources, and you are told persistently on the news that, care homes are being ring-fenced. It's a lie, and I'm sorry, but if you have voted Conservative, you do not deserve to be resuscitated by the NHS.
And I'm sorry, but if you have voted Conservative, you do not deserve to be resuscitated by the NHS.
When you sign up to be a nurse, you sign up to put the patient at the forefront of everything you do.
Hang on.
That is harsh. But I'm
can't say
looking
that.
at these gentlemen,
You wouldn't
and it has
resuscitate
made
someone
me
if they're
so
Conservative.
angry.
Come on.
No, of
come
course
on.
I would.
You've got to.
Of course I would, but
got to.
It is appalling the way we have been treated.
Now, granted, she did pull back on it, but the intent was there. Do you think that was a joke? Do you think it was intended as a joke? Or do you think it was intended as her actual opinions, and then she realised she was on telly and decided, oops, I look like an evil witch? Anyone see what I mean? Now, obviously, Jeremy Vine was like, oh, you can't say that, etc, etc, which prompted her to pull back on it. Duty of care to patient. Obviously, this woman had no duty of care to patients whatsoever. I would actually go back and check all of her previous cases, her patients, because it sounds like she would quite happily refuse just because they have a differing opinion than her. Totalitarian much? Let me know what you think on this one. Obviously, she's not a nurse now, but should she be anywhere near patients or anywhere near people that need care? I don't think so. Stay sane, everyone. Make sure you check out my other platforms, Rumble and Odysee. I do post on there as well. Buy me a beer if you want. Stay sane in this crazy clown world, and I'll see you on the next one.